Yes, it's me, the Kid JB. For those that know me from the Bucketup podcast, to broadcasting football, to reviewing Bloody Marys, after too many strangers telling me, you're funny, you should have your own show, I'm doing just that. Welcome to my digital sandbox, the I Don't Know Show. Welcome back. It's me, the Kid JB. Buckle up, bucket up for another solo show with your man, Uncle Jesse. I am a big eater, man. Not as big as I used to be. My high school days, I was putting away 2 Chipotle burritos before dinner, okay? Calm down a little bit, even though I be in the gym. I try to lift weights, and I try to eat somewhat clean. But we all know I am the Bloody Mary bro, so I go to restaurants throughout the valley, and I review them, mainly with their Bloody Marys. And I give them a score, but along with the Bloody Marys, I'm eating foods there and obviously, liking some stuff, not liking the other. As this show, the I Don't Know Show, is a spinoff of the Bucketup podcast, something I've been rocking for 7 years. The loyal Buckets know that on that show, I did restaurant reviews, mainly tied to a funny story that took place going to the restaurant. May it be a social interaction, a weird dialogue with the waiter, waitress, whatever. A lot of the times there's reviews too. So I kind of wanted to bring that to this platform and give you guys a little bit of a top 5 restaurant review in my world. Not necessarily the best food, not necessarily the best restaurants, not necessarily my favorite, but these 5 places I've gone to throughout my career in Arizona. Going to these places frequently, religiously, and I'd say pretty favorably in the sense that every time I go, I'm happy. I kind of know what I'm going with. A lot of people order chicken fingers and fries because it's like the safety net. These restaurants are kind of my safety net. They have different categories and they serve different purposes. And like I said, they kind of play different roles throughout my life in Arizona, which is, growing. So starting out, man, culinary dropout. I don't know if it's a concept or it's a conglomerate of where they own different restaurants or whatever, but I imagine there's probably some in different states. But in Arizona, there's a bunch, and I like them. Mainly the one closer to my home in Phoenix, solid, bro. To give you guys an idea of culinary dropout, it would be, I like to call it fancy picnic. It's very Americanized in the sense that it's like a farmer's market, man. You go there, they got the green salad, appetizer with the charcuterie plates. You can get like cut up asparagus and olives and finger foods, on your way to your meal. But the decor and the ambiance is amazing. Shouts to Beast Mode. That's how he describes Applebee's. It's very spacious, what I'm saying? The seats are comfortable. It gives you like wicker basket rocking chair vibes, what I'm saying? Everything's very just like open air. People are friendly there. The dress code is nice for the people that work there. They kind of look like just people eating there, they're casually dressed. More on the, I don't want to say hipster side, but kind of that realm. I already touched on the finger foods. Their soup, they do a thing called yesterday's soup, which I don't think they actually made it yesterday, but it's just a, tagline. Fire soup, bro. They got this tortilla soup. They got the tomato bisque, which I had the other day. I always spring for the bowl. I know, should I get the cup? Should I get the bowl? I don't want to spoil dinner. It's always like $1 difference for the bowl, and it's like twice the soup. You should do it. What I also like about the vibe there, they do open mic, they got the live music, they do have ping pong tables, I believe shuffleboard, some outside games. Right now in the summertime it's not too fun, but the 9 other perfect months in Arizona, it's really fun to eat your food, go dabble it up on the ping pong table, and jump back in for nice finger foods. I will say, getting back to the heavy eating, one of my big vices is fast food. I'm trying to dial it down. I guess I had my first scare at the doctor. They told me my cholesterol was higher than normal. That was a while ago. I've been working on it. So I've been trying to cut down on the fast food, man. One of my favorite lines, and I'm going to quote myself here, is that fast food is good. It's just not good for you. So oftentimes you'll hear these arguments on like, oh, that stuff's nasty and I can't believe you eat that crap. Like, no, they literally put chemicals in it to make it taste good. So the argument that fast food doesn't taste good is you're wrong. It's just not good for you. And that's what we can agree on. But one of my favorite American burgers, man, one of my favorite pastimes, the Big Mac. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Yeah, Mickey D's, bro. We're not talking about that restaurant. I'm not saying that's my 5 favorite restaurant. But at Culinary Dropout, they have something called the MAC burger, the Mac burger, which it is a Big Mac, bro. But natural ingredients, better quality meat. You know what I'm saying? The fries are legit potatoes. But they really hit you up with the identical Big Mac, man. It's delicious and it's healthier, so you smile at the end of it. I'm telling you, man, Culinary Dropout is solid. It's a place you can go to for a casual drink throughout the day. It's nice if you are in that in-between spot where you don't want to spoil dinner, but you're still kind of hungry. Go there for the finger foods. Or, boom, get yourself the healthier version of a Big Mac instead of DoorDashing it for $19, which I do. You know, I do both, which I'm trying to work on. So, yeah, man, that's one. Getting back to that idea of like, you know, restaurants, it's a vibe, right? Restaurants not always the food. People go to places for experiences. They go to places for the overall interaction. So a lot of the times people are, especially now with sports and, you know, a lot of restaurants having the TVs and the 19 different thousand streaming channels. There's like watch parties at these restaurants, right? And or like premieres for fights or whatever. The cool thing about this place and about the name, it's kind of the hotspot for that. American bars, bro. Sports bars, right? That's where you go to watch your Sunday football because they got the 12 TVs. It's where you go for the fight night because they got the Jumbotron, the beer, the wings, all that. We're talking Zips, bro. I don't know if you've been to Zips for my Arizona homies, but it's solid, okay? They have this wing sauce. It's the medium. The spicy's a little too much for me. If you like it, that's for you. But they have the golden medium wings. Delicious. I'm not a hot and sweet, honey hot type guy. I'm more of a, what's that called? Savory. Not sweet, right? But this is the perfect combo. You get the medium buffalo with the golden. You know what I'm saying? And don't let me just stop there. Because we talk about, you know, going a little above and beyond. They have a dessert that I could not tell you. I can't tell you I don't cry every time I eat it because I'd be lying. It's called the Zippolies. It's a pun. It's a play on words, which I love. Zeppolies, which is the fried dough you get at a carnival or a fair, dipped in the powdered sugar. They got those stretched out, so it's like a little thinner with caramel drizzling on top. And then they serve that with vanilla ice cream, bro, and just hand it to you and say, you know, you don't got to be religious, but here's heaven, right? So Zips, man, solid as can be. Also touched on the vibe. I'm a big 90s guy. Grew up with the shows. One of my favorite shows growing up, Boy Meets World. They kind of used a burger shop as like their hangout spot and their general community, like touching ground. Like, hey, we're going through a problem. Let's go meet at Chubby's and talk it out over a burger. Zips kind of got that vibe. They got the plastic soda cups that give you that wholesome 90s sitcom feel. You know, that vibe that like the chef knows you by your first name and stuff. It's cool, man. And I keep it real. Their Bloody Mary, not bad. Not 100% the best, but not bad. So Zips is solid, man. That main reason, for the reasons I just listed, I'd go there. Don't get the pizza. Pizza's disgusting, but that's Arizona. That's, you know, I can make a whole nother episode on that. Changing pace a little bit. I know people got the jokes about seafood in Arizona. Oh, how do you eat seafood in Arizona? There's no water. Well, okay. To my homies back home, East Coast, how are you eating West Coast oysters on the East Coast? There's no West Coast water. Whoa, got you. Airplanes, bro. They're bringing the West Coast oysters to the East Coast. The same way Arizona gets seafood from everywhere else. Airplanes, bro. Imagine that. Airplanes go other directions too. So Arizona got fresh seafood just like other states do. I used to be on that side and say, oh, as if the chefs are putting on, swimming caps and jumping in the water and grabbing the fish that day. It's not like that, bro. A lot of the places you go home, the fish ain't from your backyard. They got it from other places. So Arizona's like that too. Get into that. Seafood's my thing, man. And there's this spot. I think it's a chain. I don't know. I go to the, one location. Blue Water Grill. Now, a lot of times people associate seafood with money, and they're not wrong. It's, more on the upper scale when it comes to the post $50 a plate. It's sushi or shellfish or, salmon, whatever it is. What I like about Blue Water Grill, they ride that balance. Very fine. You can go in there and out of there, 2 people, a nice seafood dinner, less than $100. That's very reasonable. And not only do they have decent seafood, in the sense that it tastes good, it's fresh, all that, they got the options. They got the lobster, the shrimp, the crab, you know what I'm saying? The one thing that they have, which is phenomenal, it's like this oyster scallop. It's a scallop on a seashell with ponzu sauce. And they drizzle it with, like I said, the ponzu sauce, but some other something. And not only does it look beautiful, like Ariel's jewelry set or something, but it looks like you did something proper to be eating this. You know what I'm saying? Like it raises your ego a little bit. You bite into it, man, and it's just like you're swimming with dolphins, dude. Delicious. Every bite is just glamorous, and seafood does have that, that too much aspect where if you bite into too much of it, or if you kind of have that one piece too much, it will set you off. Then you don't want seafood again for a while. That's kind of a personal balance you need to get to. Because me personally, I don't like the sushi burritos or like the big heaping bite stuff. I'm more of the delicate bites when it comes to sushi, seafood. I want the little things. And these seafood scallops, bro, forget about it. Talking vibes, man. Like I said, going to a restaurant is a vibes and interaction. You want a positive one. The people at Blue Water Grill, cool people, good people. They are, customizable to the people you have. I guess I'm more of a cartoon character when I go to restaurants. I'm dropping forks on the ground, making loud noises. I'm pushing the chair, scraping against the ground. It's turning heads. I'm that guy, right? They know how to handle me with care. There's times where I feel kind of a little gluttonous eating the bread over and over, asking for 2 or 3 more rolls. In my defense, they give you like 1 piece or something, to the sense I'm like, hey, I wouldn't be asking for so much if I got a little more. They know that, man. One time my man gave me the whole loaf, okay? I'm talking this piece of bread was bigger than my laptop. And he kind of gave me that look like, I know you. Not shaming me, not like, oh, I bet you eat a lot of bread. But like, maybe just like the vibe. Like, I know this guy's going to want more than we gave him last time. Or something. Something in the universe told him this guy needs bread. And he was right. There was that time. And then also, I'm trying to cut it down on the soda. But again, I'm not going to lie and say soda doesn't taste good. It's delicious. It's just not good for you. I drink it at restaurants. I like root beer. I like the Dr. Pepper. You know what I'm saying? It's just a nice vibe. You kind of start feeling weird after your 4th refill, 5th refill. You kind of like, you're not going to say no, but you're also not going to not want it, right? So there was a time where maybe I was just projecting too much insecurity, but I just wanted that fifth root beer, that sixth one, you know? My man came over with the bucket-sized root beer. I'm talking the whole glass, the pitcher you use to, like, serve big tables with. He gave that to me. He said, hey, bro, hold that. Wasn't the same guy either. Wasn't the same bread guy that hooked me up. So these people, they got it they're tapped in with the universe. So Blue Water Grill is somewhere you want to go where, fellas, if you're trying to, impress a girl you've been hanging out with for a little bit and, you kind of want to up the ante, this is not going to kill the wallet. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you can get in and out of there, $100. They could do a little bit better on the dessert menu. I'm not going to lie. I'm not a big dessert guy, even though I went in on the Zips dessert. I'm kind of unique. I'm basic. I have powdered sugar dough. That's kind of me. But I feel like they could step up their dessert menu. I'm not going to lie. But that's not what we're here for. We're here for the seafood, and they deliver. Keeping it in that realm, the seafood, under the water, under the sea. Some people are on the fence with sushi. Some people are elementary with sushi in the sense that they'll eat the California rolls, some simple stuff, spicy tuna rolls, or they may just be selective. They might just do sashimi or nigiri or just like the individual hand rolls or stuff like that, or they just might do the fried, shrimp tempura or even the yakitori stuff, the chicken yakitori or like the beef sticks and stuff. Whatever, people got their levels. Same with the seafood argument. Oh, how do you eat sushi in Arizona? Same thing, bro. They fly the fish in, okay? Couple of solid sushi spots in Arizona, man. In fact, this one I'm going to name is not necessarily my favorite, but there's something about it that has me loyal to it, tying my heart to it. It's this place called Sakebomber. Tempe, Arizona, man. I lived in my college house for almost 10 years, okay? And I went to this place, Sakebomber, and I say at least once a month, but it really is 2 or 3 at a place I lived for 10 years. So do the math. I went to this place a lot. They got the best happy hour, the most decent priced drinks, the unique drinks. They got the drink flights, the one's green over here and the other one's neon blue and every color in between. They're giving you good conversation. It's around ASU campus, so the community is, younger and it's a little bit more in the direction of better music. They got the games on. They got a cool movie in the background playing. They got the vibe set. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people go there for, no pun intended, sake bombs. And the chill after class happy hour that they had, bro, is right across the street from San Marbella, which is a popular apartment complex at ASU. And it was a spot, man. You'd see homies from class at happy hour on a Tuesday frequently. And for that reason, it made my top 5 list. Sakebomber, Tempe, Arizona, man. They also have different category sushi places in Arizona and the world, obviously. The rotator or the sushi belt, right? Or the conveyor sushi, whatever you want to call it. The place where you sit down and the sushi's coming around. Those are my favorite types of sushi places, mainly because variety, right? You don't have to commit to one roll, for $16 and then you don't know what else. The conveyor belts come 2-3 pieces a pop. You get to try things and you walk out around the same price of a regular sushi dine-in experience. So the place that I would go to if you want that type of sushi, East Wind in Chandler. Solid spot, man. Very humble. It's no bigger than this studio. Sit down. You got the sous chef rocking some gangster rap. They were playing the 2003 G-Unit album last time I was there. It was awesome. So shouts to them on that. I'm a big sushi guy. Might get it tonight. Who knows? East Wind for belt sushi. Sakebomber for sit down. We talk about growth on the show, man. And not just physical growth. You know what I'm saying? I'm pushing 200 pounds. Most remember me like 130. We're talking like, emotional growth, maturity, society, lifestyle. One of the things I've evolved with is waking up early. I used to be that guy that was like happy to wake up at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, before I had responsibilities, bills, and stuff like that. My 9 to 5 job, I say that as just a phrase. It's an actual 6 a.m. job, so I'm up at 5:45 or something like that. Anyway, so my body's kind of getting used to it. With that, I've become a brunch guy. I'm, the brunch bunch, if you will. I used to think like just wait till lunch and then they'll have better options, or why are you so late to breakfast, right? But it's the perfect time. It's where you get your Bloody Marys. It's where you get those in-between meals where you can get, you still want some eggs and bacon or something, but you kind of want French fries. So boom, you get your eggs, bacon, and then the potatoes are French fries instead of the hash browns. And then you're kind of mingling to lunch and you're on your way to a sandwich and then boom, dinner's there. It's perfect, Food has layers too and levels, you know what I'm saying? Stepping stones. This place, not gonna say it's the best ever, but it is consistent. And the thing about consistency is it proves that you get what you expect. And with this place, Ellie's Cafe in Phoenix, it's just that. You get what you expect, man. Very home style like cafe in the sense that it gives you the family just met for a birthday party and now they're going to brunch vibe. That's the vibe you get. Or they just left church, so they're going for a family breakfast vibe. Or everything in between. These people partied last night too late, so now they're just going to get some breakfast vibe. It's got everything. It creates, a cool community. What I like is the coffee options. I know it's not the only spot that has like a coffee shop, and then to the back is the actual restaurant dine-in section. But it's like that. It's like a barista, Starbucks type setup, and then boom, there's the restaurant. Cool thing is they make these specialty coffees and bring it to you. But they got a lot of specialties, man. They got the Irish coffee, they got a Mexican coffee, they got American coffee. You know what I'm saying? All of that. Not only that, they got the different style Bloody Marys, bro. And that's how I found my love for this place was the reverse engineering. They got Bloody Marias with tequila. They got the Bloody Marys with vodka. They got the Bloody Martinis with gin. They got stuff, bro. And for that, they got a spot on this review list. Something that I really do like about them that makes them unique is, I don't know if it's unique in the sense to this category, but unique to I've never seen it, is besides chocolate chips and fruit option for your waffles, they give you Oreos. And not just, a whole Oreo. They chop up the Oreos, sprinkle it on top. I think that's delicious. On a waffle, on a pancake, forget about it, bro. So that's top 5. I will say there's some honorary mentions in my list. I did want to mention this place called Oak, formerly known as St. Francis in Phoenix, Arizona. Within my bubble, as you guys have heard, I stay within it, but it's not just that. There's all the reasoning I listed as well. But this place, Oak, St. Francis, again, delicious Bloody Mary. But the thing that I cannot lie to you guys about, they have, and this is not an exaggeration, but the best cinnamon roll in my life. So I know that's hard to translate because you don't know what cinnamon rolls I've had in my life, but I don't know what cinnamon rolls you've had in your life, and I bet you this one's better. It is huge. I'm talking literally this big. You have to order it or else you have to get there by 10 a.m. or else they're gone, sold out. They're so popular because of that. I one time on a full stomach ordered it just so I could say I had it, and I took like one bite, and everyone looked at me as if like, you better not be the reason they're sold out. Like, you're barely touching this thing. But I didn't care because I brought it home and everything. But they're that good, bro. I don't even want to know how like bad for you it is because I'm sure it looks like they use like a whole stick of butter. It just drizzles on that thing. But if you have a chance to go to Oak, by all means, check it out. That cinnamon roll, it'll spoil your dinner, but you know what I'm saying? It'll secure your happiness. So, simply put, man, if you come into Arizona, if you live in Arizona, I'm always knocking on the door for my homies back home in New York to come visit me, to slide through. I'm always posting on social media, interacting with those that do food reviews, drink reviews, traveling tips, that type thing. I just wanted to get in on the fun and, add to the mix. I go to restaurants at least once a week. The weekends is where I shine. And I feel like I'm a good eater. I'm a good customer. I'm a good tipper. And I, help clean up the table before I leave. So with that, I feel like, all in all, I'm what they're looking for and they're what I'm looking for. So when you get a chance to chop it up in Arizona, may it be you're visiting, maybe you live here, maybe you just got here, check out these spots I talked about. And if you want other advice on other food spots, these are not the only places I've been to. So tune in, tap in, chop it up with me, the Kid JB, on Instagram, at the Bucketup Podcast, as well on Instagram. Email me, call me, send a smoke signal, whatever you got to do. Check out these spots. You won't be disappointed. Well, what I will be disappointed on is if you don't continue to follow me week in, week out, as we continue to bring you episodes on opinions, experts, topics, chats, reviews. But nah, man, thank you guys for tapping in. Episode 13 of the I Don't Know Show.